guys, it's Chookman here once again. Here we are on Monday morning working out what I'm going to do for this bike. As I said yesterday, me and my partner, we went for a ride into the city and my belt that's supposed to go here, it broke and shredded up and chucked it out, and then I broke down. So that's the belt that should be on there, on that sprocket. The belt goes around there and it rides the bike. So yeah, today I'll be ringing up a couple of Harley dealers and asking them how much a belt is for this 1999 Softail. Life chucks a lot of curveballs our way sometimes. As you know, our fur baby passed away, our dog. He I want to talk about grief as well onto this thing as well. Grief does a lot of real weird things to you too, You could be grieving over a loss of a partner, a mother, a father, a brother. Doesn't matter, grief. It's how you handle grief too, That's why when we lost Nitro a week ago today, we sort of fell to pieces, but we hurt, and don't ever be embarrassed of hurting and crying and having different emotions either, because that's all a part of grief. It's normal, if you've got feelings for an animal or a loved one and they pass away suddenly, of course it hurts, because you wake up and they're no longer there, they're no longer in your life. You've got to adjust yourself. You have many years with that partner or a loved one or your dog or your cat or your animal, and they're no longer there, It's a part of adjusting and saying to yourself everything's going to be alright. But it takes time, And to Danny Hayes, don't ever be ashamed of crying, Danny. It's a part of life, brother. It just shows that you're an emotional person. You've got feelings inside you, Like some people look at me and because they judge me. And that's fair. That's a fair comment. They can judge me. They can call me what they want. But they don't know who I am really. The only person that knows yourself is yourself. I know it sounds silly, but you know yourself, and it's just a part of life, I'll tell you what life is. Life is like a game of baseball. It chucks you a lot of curveballs. 1 minute the ball could be going straight ahead, and then all of a sudden the ball goes to your left-hand side of you. They're called curveballs. And that's what life's all about. If life was easy, we wouldn't have any problems in the world. And that's not what life's all about. Life's about learning how to deal with our emotions, our feelings, picking ourselves up and soldiering on, Life's funny, man. I know what life's all about, being a warded estate, going from foster home to different here, going there. That's probably why I relate to these dogs in the lost dogs homes, because they get curveballs chucked at them all the time. People get dogs and then they decide one day after 3 or 4 years to get rid of them. That's not good. The dog's for life, man. A dog's not just for a couple of months and say, I don't want it anymore, just chuck it in the dog pound. There's a lot of people in COVID that did do that, and that's sad. You got to really think things out, guys. You got to think, right, this dog is for life. That means you keep the dog until the dog passes on, whether that's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. The dog is for life, as my old saying goes. You wouldn't do that to your children, so why would you do it to your pets? it's been very hard for me and my partner to accept our little fur baby's gone. But life goes on. You sort of dust yourself down and you move on in life, and you never forget your fur baby. He's a part of our life for 7 years. And then one day he's not there, you look in the front yard, he's not there, you look inside, he's not there. You look at his dog bowl, the food's still in there, so it's all the different emotions we go in life. And, we've got control of our life, no one else. We say at the end of the day what we can do and what we can't do, and we use our own common sense in life. People judge people, really, no one's got the rights to judge anyone. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. People always judging me. Oh, you've got pigeons, you've got chooks, you've got dogs. We're dobbing you in for this and we're dobbing you in for that. Really, guys? Really? Is that what you're really, about? Have a look at your own backyard before you start chucking rocks and stones at other people, man. Yeah, I'm not lecturing anyone. I'm just saying it how it is, Like yesterday, we went out on a beautiful ride, and the belt of the Harley snaps. It chucks curveballs every day. You just got to be strong enough to get up the next day and get that problem fixed. Only you can do it. No one else can do it. You can either give up in life, or you can just soldier on, and that's what I've had to do for 53 years of my life. I had to better myself every day, like giving up drinking. I've been clean off the alcohol now for 10 years. I done it, no one else. Gave up smoking. That wasn't easy, but I did it. The hardest thing in our life, I reckon, is when we lose a loved one or a pet. Because our heart drops out of our arse and we don't know what to do with ourselves. That's grief. It's grief. Grief does a lot of funny things to us. And it's only normal, I don't care if people see me crying. That means I've got a heart in here. As I said in my other blogs, I'm not perfect.